This programme contains strong language, sexual scenes and references from the beginning and throughout.
Back in the day, when James had his original teeth, we had a class time in the house. I can't wait for the reunion.
Been on the beds?
Fake tan? Oh, total change. Don't hit the beds anymore.
Do you not? Shut up, man. Next you're going to tell us you didn't drink a bottle of Red Bull?
I don't. I've changed a lot since I was in the Geordie Shore house and I left for a relationship that didn't quite work out. And if I'm honest, it was before I was ready to leave.
This is my last night. Huh? Not just in Cancun, Geordie Shore, period.
You sure? But looking back, some of those days were the best in my life.
I just think it's going to be nice for us all to get back together and reminisce on all the amazing times we had, because we have had a crazy life. Like, majority of people never ever live the sort of lifestyle we grew up doing.
We'd literally just travelled and partied.
Exactly. It was amazing. So, like, all them memories of us together, it's going to bring it all back. Even though we haven't seen some people for a few years, it's going to be like we've never left.
I wonder who is actually going to come back.
Yeah.
There's one person that missed it last time we had a reunion.
Oh, was there?
Greg?
Greg?
Can you remember Greg?
Greg, aye. Bloody hell. I think he's got, like, a restaurant or something now.
Greg was an OG, but he left the house early. He wasn't really like us lads. He didn't get his pump on and he didn't have a fake tan, but it would be really good to see him.
Remember the Gary and Charlotte days, man.
Wow. That was up and down.
I think even though Charlotte's moved on and stuff and she's got her own stuff, if she sees him, it will bring back a lot of memories for her, good ones and bad ones. She was probably in love with him, wasn't she?
Oh, she was. Like, yeah, she really was.
And I think, obviously, Gaz knows that, and he's got a new partner now, and I think that would be a bit awkward.
Gaz and Charlotte were both big characters. They met on the first day in the house, and their relationship grew over 4 years. But because the highs, the lows, I feel like me and the rest of the guys were literally simple in their relationship.
I haven't spoken to Holly, but she's obviously doing her own thing. She's got a lad, man. I wouldn't expect her to speak to me. Like, obviously, I think if we're seeing each other in person, it's going to be fine, and we'll get on.
Yeah, the main person that I haven't seen in a long time that there was something years ago and there was a lot of bad blood that followed is Holly. So seeing her, that's probably going to be the most awkward.
Last time I seen Vicky was a couple of years ago. It like on a red carpet. Literally just said hello and that was it.
I haven't seen her in years.
Remember that first one when you were sharing the bed with Vicky? All I remember is you two arguing all the time, like.
Everyone thought we were a lot deeper than what we were, and all we actually did, I think, we kissed one night.
And that was it?
And then it was just arguments, so because of the arguments, everyone was like, they're in a relationship.
Yeah. Would you be excited to see her again? Like, how would that be with you? Would you just be all right?
You're talking years and years ago. And that's probably, in fact, that's probably probably one of the last times I've seen her.
The sad thing is, I think me and Vicky would have been good mates if we weren't necking on in Series 1.
What's your name? I'm Vicky.
I'm Jay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, babe.
Looking gorgeous.
Very handsome yourself.
King and Queen Geordie Shore, here we go.
Yes, babe. I think we've made a massive mistake being in the same room.
There's no need to fucking tell her that. There's no need to say that to her face, man. You can't go upset, you already felt alone. I couldn't care less about you, man. Go fuck yourself. Fuck off, Jay. Fuck off.
But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we were young, loving life, but fuck it. I hope she comes.
If we tried to get every single person back together, it would just be impossible. So, like, if this pulls off, then it's going to be mint, and it's probably one of the only chances we'll ever have to do it.
It'll not happen again.
It'll not, nah.
All the things you want make me believe in miracles, make all the great colorful. You are, you are, you are.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing?
Just done a little gym workout.
I've just come back from the baby shower.
Oh, how was it?
Yes, it was really good. So Marnie was really, really happy. So you'll never guess what we decided to do.
Go on.
We are thinking about doing a big Geordie Shore reunion.
I'm starting to get a little bit worried about who's actually going to attend this reunion because I have got quite a few exes and obviously the biggest one being Kyle. And I'm just not sure about how Jacob's going to deal with me and him.
Right. Does that mean, like, everyone?
Every single Geordie Shore person in one room.
Am I going to that?
Yeah, we'd invite partners as well.
Well, how do you think that'll be, being in the same room as your ex?
I don't know how that would be.
I mean, obviously, just naturally, it's going to be awkward.
Every day's a new day to find my way again. Rising down a new
So if we put the double garage, which is there, right?
Yeah.
How the hell are we all meant to get our cars in that garage there?
Since I left Geordie Shore 8 years ago, I've got into business with my mum, while also doing some TV work.
Sophie and the girls actually messaged me the other day. I never even said anything.
Oh, no.
No, I kept it to myself, no.
And what did they want then?
They want us to go and pull birds again in Bijou.
What do they want then?
I think they want us like do like a reunion thing where we like all show up and talk to each other and that. I had a great time back then, but it was also pretty intense.
Oi, oi!
Oh my God!
I've necked on with Vicky, I've kissed Charlotte, and Marnie's like my little sister.
I just don't know if everyone will be able to forgive and forget what's happened over the years. I was very broken-hearted about leaving Geordie. I'm very open about that. I left before I wanted to.
Yes.
And I think when I left Geordie, I left a big life behind. I was never Kyle anymore, and I was like Holly's ex, you know? And I think that was a bit disappointing. I was a bit disappointed. Me and Holly had a very volatile relationship in the house, and it ended very badly. If there was a book of how not to have a relationship, it would have my name on and Holly's right next to me.
You were an angry person then, and
Oh yeah.
well, that's gone now.
I was a dick then. Going back to the reunion could actually be a risk for me because I'm with a girl called Vicky and we've got a little baby boy together. So I don't know whether I want to go back to so much drama and so much pain that I once went through.
Most importantly, you need to talk to Vicky.
I wouldn't make any decision in life without fully having Vicky on board. I'm a married man.
Almost.
Yeah. My mum's right, I need to speak to Vicky about it. I kind of need her blessing, and if I go, I want her with me on the night. I partly think if it wasn't for Geordie Shore, I wouldn't have been this person I am today. I still don't know whether I want to go back, though.